It's a beautiful Saturday morning in the fabulous Florida Keys. I'm Gary McAdams with eXp Realty. Any of you that watched yesterday's video probably recall that we started off with a little bit of diving trivia and diving history about Molasses Reef and the monument out there. So I'm going to continue with that same format and stay with diving on this day in history, June 8th in 1991. A dive team from the dive company Captain Billy's Key West Diver Incorporated recovered a bell when they were diving a shipwreck. It was about 190 feet down, a little west of the Dry Tortugas. The bell had the name inscribed across it, Raham Homburg. I may have mispronounced that. I spoke a little bit of German back in the day, but it's been over 20 years since I've used it. The divers are speculating that that was the name of the ship. Homburg was a very common ending name for a lot of ships in Germany. This is my morning market MLS update video I do every morning about this same time. I report all the new listings in Key West and the Lower Keys that have come on the market in the last 24 hours. If you watch this video every morning, you'll be ahead of most buyers. You will know about every new listing from Big Pine Key down to Key West the same day the realtors know about them. That's very valuable information and puts you ahead of most buyers. I find most buyers wait for a home to come on to Zillow before they inquire about it, and by the time Zillow puts a home live online, it's usually been on the multiple listing service a few days and all the good deals are already under contract. If you watch this video each morning, you'll know about all the new listings the same day the realtors do. If you see something you like, you can call me. We'll make an appointment to get inside. And if you like what you see, once you see the home, we can have you under contract before most buyers ever even knew the property was for sale. You can also get a much more detailed description of these listings, including photos, if you follow my blog, keywestinvesting.com. I'll put that web address in the description below, the link. There's a lot more information on the homes, a lot more details on the homes in the blog, any unique features the home might have, things like room descriptions, room dimensions. There'll be photos of the inside of the home, photos of the outside of the home. For those homes that are waterfront, there'll be photos of the water view, photos of the boat dockage. Just a lot more information than I can cram into a couple-minute YouTube video. Again, that web address is keywestinvesting.com, and I update that every morning from the MLS as well. If you like this video, please let me know. Click that thumbs up and like symbol down below. If you want to stay current with the Florida Keys real estate market and see more videos like this, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I do a video of this nature every morning. Also, make sure you stay to the end of the video. I've had an offer running since January 1st where I will contribute $1,000 of my commission to go right towards your closing costs. But that offer expires in the end of this month on June 30th. You have to stay to the end of the video to hear the details. We had a pretty busy day today. We have 10 new listings to go over between Key West and the Lower Keys. But before I tell you about the listings, the state of Florida's legal department makes me cover the boring stuff. The information I'm about to give you comes directly from the Florida Keys Multiple Listing Service. I'm not accepting any responsibility for any of these listings. I'm not claiming any of these listings to be my own listings. And I'm not accepting any responsibility if there's any inaccuracies in the information I give you. I'm simply reading it to you right from the Florida Keys Multiple Listing Service. In fact, in a day like today where we have 10 listings, you'll probably see me glancing down a few times. I'm just looking at my computer screen to make sure I'm reading it to you right. The first house we have is in a neighborhood in Key West called the Truman Annex, which is a very sought-after neighborhood. This one's a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom, 3,148 square foot house on Admirals Lane. It's being offered at $5,275,000. The Truman Annex is very popular for several reasons, mostly the location. It's 3 blocks off Duval Street. You can walk to Duval Street. You can walk to the Truman Waterfront Park without leaving the grounds of the Truman Annex. You could walk to the Key West Amphitheater if you wanted to catch a concert. You could walk to the world-famous Mallory Square for the Key West Sunset Festival. Very, very compatible, good distance to everything. You can take a bicycle out to Fort Zachary Taylor, which is, in my opinion, the nicest beach in Key West. It's a state park. Very good location. And also with the Truman Annex, you can rent the properties in 7-day intervals, where most of Key West is a 38-day minimum rental period by law. So there's another good advantage of the Truman Annex as well. Next, we go to Key West's Old Town neighborhood on Francis Street. Francis Street is one of my favorite streets in Key West. It's close enough to downtown that you could walk, or it's a real easy bicycle ride, but it's far enough away from downtown that it's very quiet, very private. The houses tend to be a lot more upscale than the majority of Key West. It's just a really nice, well-kept street. Great location. This is a 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom, 3,015 square feet. It has off-street parking for 2 cars, which is very valuable in Old Town. Parking on the street in Old Town can be tough. And it has a pool. This one's being offered at $5,200,000. Then in Key West's Bahama Village neighborhood on Virginia Street, we have a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,344 square foot house. Bahama Village is definitely Key West's up-and-coming neighborhood. If you're planning on hanging on to the home for 10 years or more, you'll be very happy you bought in Bahama Village. You can still buy houses there reasonably low. If it's something you're looking to just keep for a couple of years and flip, I'd stay away from Bahama Village. You probably won't recoup your money, or if you do, you'll make a very small profit. This one's being offered at $1,699,000, which is very price appropriate for a house of this nature in Bahama Village. It's a good opportunity to get in on a house while it's still relatively low. If you move this same house just 4 or 5 blocks down the street, it would be well over $2 million, probably closer to $2.5 million. Then on Grinnell Street in Key West's Old Town neighborhood, there's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 2,280 square foot house. Grinnell Street's only about 4 blocks off Duval Street. This house is being offered at a great price of $1,599,000. The only real drawback to it is there is no parking, and parking on the street can be really tough in that neighborhood. Then we go to Eagle Avenue, which is my own street. I live on Eagle myself. I'm about 4 blocks up the street from this home. This is a brand new renovation. The house was pretty much torn to the ground and rebuilt. It's a 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom, 2,410 square foot house, brand new everything. It's being offered at $2,649,000, which is an excellent price for the top end of Eagle Avenue. The only downside here is it's on a very small lot. It's on a lot that's just under 2,700 square feet. Most of the lots on Eagle Ave will be anywhere from 5,000 to 15,000 square feet. I think my lot is about 12,000 square feet. So you don't have much of a yard in this house, but it's an opportunity to get a brand new house, brand new everything. It'll meet all the current codes and the insurance requirements. Your insurance will be really low. And it's a great neighborhood. I've lived on the top end of Eagle Avenue for a little over 25 years myself, and I'm extremely happy here. $2,649,000 to get a house in this side of Eagle is definitely well worth the price. Then on Riviera Drive, we have a house that's relatively unique. It's on the canal. There's only one canal system in all of Key West. So if you want to be on the island of Key West, which Riviera Drive is, and you want to be on the canal, you have to be on the Riviera Canal. There are a couple other streets besides Riviera Drive that are on the canal, but there's not a lot of them. This is a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom, 3,124 square foot house. It's on the canal. It has a concrete seawall and a boat lift. It's being offered at $3,880,000, which is a very good price for a house on the canal in Key West. Then we go up to Sugarloaf Key. We have a house on Upper Sugarloaf Key on Flamingo Road. It's a relatively small house. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, 690 square foot house. It's an older home. It was built, I believe, in the 1950s. Being offered at $474,000, which is an excellent buy for a house anywhere in the Florida Keys. Then on Summerland Key, we have a duplex on the canal. This one's on the main overseas highway. You'll often hear it called US 1 or Route 1. This is right on Route 1. It's a duplex totaling 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. One unit is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. The other unit is a 3-bedroom, 1-bath. It's 1,360 square feet. Summerland Key is very desirable amongst the boaters because of the deeper water boating. The canal's a little bit deeper and the controlling depth coming into the canals are deeper. So you can get bigger boats in there. And this one being offered at $849,000 for a waterfront duplex is a great price. The only downside is being right on Overseas Highway, US 1, especially the houses on Summerland. They tend to be right on the highway, with some of the other keys that are on the highway, they've got a big buffer. You'll have a lot of noise from the traffic. It'll be very noisy there, but $849,000 to get a waterfront home, and especially one that you can get some rental income out of as well on Summerland Key, is extremely low priced. Then on West Shore Drive, also on Summerland Key, there's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,407 square foot house. This one's being offered at $1,095,000. That's an excellent buy for a waterfront canal house on Summerland Key. The listing on this one says that they also have privileges with the Summerland Key Airport. Before I say that yes, it does, I would want to confirm it with the airport people. Unfortunately, I can't do that until Monday. There are some houses on West Shore Drive that do have airport privileges, but they're the ones that are directly next to or directly across the street from the airport. This one is only about 3 doors up the street from the airport, so it may have the airport privileges, but I would want to confirm that myself before I tell you to buy it, calling it an airport home. Then we go to Division Street on Big Pine Key. We have a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, 1,594 square foot house. This one is on a dry lot, no boating, but it's offered at $599,000, which is an excellent price for a house of that size. Personally, if I bought it, I would want to put a second bathroom in there, but with 1,594 square feet, you should have plenty of room to add a second bathroom. I would, however, while you're under your due diligence inspection period, confirm that with the Monroe County Building Department and Monroe County Planning Department if you did decide to go into contract on this house. I don't see any reason why you couldn't put the bathroom in there, but I'd still like to confirm it while you're under your due diligence if that's your intention. And that's all we have for today. If you want to see any of these homes or any home anywhere in the fabulous Florida Keys, give me a call at 305-731-0501. Now, as promised, my commitment to pay $1,000 of my commission to go right towards your closing costs. It'll be put right on the settlement statement and paid to you at closing. If you buy or sell any home with me anywhere in the Florida Keys between now and June 30th of this year, 2024, I will contribute $1,000 of my commission to go right towards your closing costs. I know being June 8th, it would probably be very difficult to close by June 30th, so I've decided I'm going to extend that out just a little bit. You do not have to close by June 30th. If you're selling the home, the listing agreement just has to be signed by June 30th, 2024. If you're buying the home, the contract for purchase and sale just has to be signed by June 30th, 2024. Then we can go ahead and close after June 30th, and I'll still honor that $1,000 commitment. I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to showing you homes in the fabulous Florida Keys. And more importantly, I look forward to making you my neighbor. I'm Gary McAdams with eXp Realty.